Shalom Akim. Before I get started with today's lesson, I like to say all praises goes to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha Rakar Kadas. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who ruled well and taught me this truth, and peace and salutation to Yakim across the four corners of the globe, preaching his gospel in truth and sincerity. I'm Brother Yash from the Louisiana Saints camp. All right. And today's lesson is going to be on the FedEx shooting massacre, basically. Overnight, they had a shooting at FedEx, and I think 8 people died, and there were people that were injured also. Hey, and there's more shootings happening every day, man, and every day you're waking up to people getting judged, man. All right, and this is beautiful, and these are going to they're going to intensify, all right, until it's all out hell on these streets. 2nd Ezra 8:50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world. All right. And these great miseries consist of losing your houses, losing your jobs, okay, not having food, not having water, all right, having to deal with people invading your houses, having to deal with people raping your family members, having to deal with you losing your family members to death, all right, for various different reasons, all right. These great miseries, all right, have to do with you losing all your benefits, okay, not being able to get money, the economic collapse, all right. These are the things that are going on. World War III, okay, all these independent women losing their so-called independence because they don't have the government to back them up anymore, all right. No man in the household. Okay, so you're gonna be open to all kind of shit when this system collapse. All right, and we are in the latter times. That's why you see all of this stuff going on with China and Taiwan. All right, China's about to take Taiwan, and America's in the middle of that, and Russia's about to take Ukraine, Eastern Ukraine, and America instigated that and started that, and now they brung destroyer ships to the Black Sea. Russia was like, if you bring them in the Black Sea, we gonna fucking shoot your destroyer ships down. What did Biden do? He turned them bitches around. That's a sign of weakness right there. And you got China and Russia that just made an agreement that, hey, when this war started, hey, you take Taiwan and I'm gonna take Ukraine. If America get in, we gonna attack. You also got Iran, Syria, North Korea, all of them confederate. All of these kingdoms are taking sides now, and it's all lining up with the scriptures. Okay, but here in America, they got you looking at DMX and all kind of bullshit, all right, distracting you from what's really going on abroad. All right. you got sedition over here. You got the little trial with racism, the Derek Chauvin trial. You got 2 Israelite men been killed in the last week, 2 or 3. Okay, all of this stuff is happening simultaneously, all right, which is gonna inevitably be miserable. Okay, it's gonna be a miserable turnout for you people, all right, because they have walked in great pride. And I mean, I talk to these people on a daily basis at work. They don't believe that America can be invaded. They don't believe America can be destroyed. They believe America is the greatest superpower on the planet. All right, and that's why pride pride comes before the fall. These people are fucking super proud, man. But the Lord, he's controlling everything, and he's letting these spirits run rampant out here, man, and judgment is taking place. Okay, all right, and I'm gonna play a video after I get to the scripture. All right, to back the scripture up, man. All right, because these are prophecies that are manifested, man. All right, Sirach 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, all right? Payback, which in their fury lay on sore strokes, man. Horrible debts, okay? In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them, man. And we're in that time, man. We're in the beginning of sorrows, man. All right, World War III, okay? radio frequency identification chip is being implemented on a global state. Okay, you got the economy collapsing and all of these countries leaving the dollar. All right, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai is behind all of this. All right, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Yeah, these spirits are going to do everything that Yahweh Shem Yahushai commands. All right, because that makes him happy. All right, and these spirits were created to make Yahweh Shem Yahushai happy, please him. Okay, so they're going to do what he says. Fire and hail. When you see all of these volcanoes exploding, when you see all these hailstorms and hurricanes and tornadoes, okay, know that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has done that, all right, for judgment. And famine, all right, when you see people don't eat and not being able to get the food, that's Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And death, all these were created for vengeance, okay? This is payback for what you did to the Israelites, and 2/3 you're gonna get caught up in for following Esau Edom, man, and his structure. Okay? 30. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents. Cause see, when this society collapse, man, it's gonna be all hell. These beasts are gonna trade their places. They're gonna go from the zoos to in the regular population eating you people. Cause they ain't gonna have food either. And the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandments, and they shall be ready upon earth, which they are ready now, when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his words. So they're not going to go against the Lord. They're going to do whatever the Lord tells them to do. And this this mass shooting that just happened last night, hey, that's a product of what Yahweh Shem Yahushai commanded. All right, and hey, this is minuscule, man. This is small. It's gonna be where you gonna wake up and millions of people are dead at one time. Okay, well, let's just play one of these news broadcasts, and I'm gonna set it down from there. Okay, here we go.
RC2 News today. We have breaking news. Workers at a FedEx facility in Indianapolis.
By the time police arrived on scene, 8 people were dead. Investigators say the shooter also took his own life. On why those workers, Brandon, didn't have a way to call for help when this all started.
Yeah, that's because of a policy that is under a lot of scrutiny this morning, Lisa, and we'll get to that in a second. But now we're learning more about what led up to this shooting, at least the scene there, from a chief investigator for Indianapolis State Police who tells CNN this morning that shooting happened quickly, possibly lasting 1 to 2 minutes, and the gunman is believed to have shot people both in the parking lot and inside the facility. Let's get a look at that facility now in Indianapolis this morning. Police say they responded to an active shooter call at around 11 o'clock local time last night. The gunman has not been identified, and investigators have not said anything about his possible affiliation with that FedEx facility. They don't know for sure if he was an employee. They're not saying so right now. Authorities do say, though, that the gunman got out of his vehicle and immediately began firing in the parking lot. He then entered the facility, killing 8, wounding others before taking his own life.
There are a lot of people, not just officers, but family members who are still arriving and still learning about this incident. This occurred after many went to bed, and some are just now waking up to this.
That's where we get to that point about the cell phones. Meantime, many of those family members, they've gathered here at this Holiday Inn near the facility. Employees there, too, sharing harrowing accounts of hearing gunshots, being told to duck, but not being able to do anything else, really. And there's a reason for that. That's because they couldn't phone for help. It's policy for them to keep their phones in a locker and not on the floor. Growing calls this morning from relatives of those who are affected by this. many people nationwide for FedEx to look at that policy, and this just in, FedEx acknowledging that it will. Meantime, we are hearing from local officials. Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez tweeting, quote, "Heartbroken for the families and others loved ones of the people shot and killed and dozens wounded at the FedEx warehouse in Indianapolis, praying for all affected by this tragedy." Meantime, more information from investigators on the ground. They say some of the injured took themselves to various hospitals in the area, and due to different hospitals there, officials actually are still working to determine how many people exactly were shot.
Brandon Walker live in the newsroom covering the breaking news of the shooting.
There you have it. Another mass casualty. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning do he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust know it no shame. So Yahweh Shemi outside is continually to bring his judgment to light, man. And every morning when you wake up, you can clearly see that as you scroll down your news feed, man. All right, the 2/3 they're not gonna get right because they don't have no shame. All right, they don't even know what's going on. They don't even understand that they're being judged. All right, so this is another mass casualty. All right, and you're gonna see plenty more of this. All right, just like you've been seeing, and it's gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. All right, and this Yahweh Shemi outside, man. He's the one who's killing these people. He's the one who's bringing life into the world. He's the one who's healing people, and he's the one who's wounding people. Okay, so ain't no free will. You can't save your life. Only way you can save your life is doing the will of Yahweh Shemi outside. That's our purpose, man. Okay, all right. Fear the Lord and do the work. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh Shemi outside and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.